If your stitches are like this, nah, this is
what
your stitch should look like. So listen. It's almost got new stitch. New stitch. The stitch of 0 is even almost good. 0, see one. This is this stitch. So now we're going to correct it. So you let your open here. So that we want to get tighter stitch. We want the stitch to be tight. So let's cover our engine. And then open here. I hope you can see. We open here. Make it loose a little, but don't lose the tag. Then now you take this down. Let me set the camera so that you can see exactly what I'm showing. See this knot here. I wanted to zoom it, but I'm not going to zoom it. This spring here, this is the spring that controls, that you drag whenever you drag this. So sometimes this thing loses and this spring goes down. So I don't know, just be looking at the spring. This should go down. This should go down. Then I turn it. The spring is increasing. The more you're going, the spring, you see, this was not how the spring was. It wasn't this, the mouth wasn't this open before now. You see, oh God, I need to show you this very well. Okay, see, the mouth wasn't this open. Okay, but now it is open. It is where at 0, almost 0. Okay, it's like 0.5. You get? So this is the spring. So often the times what I do is I loosen this knot, take this down. Whenever you take this down, it's easier for you to be able to do everything. Take this down, and when I move it to where I want the spring to be, then I tighten it. I take the number that place, then I tighten it. You get? So that is what I do. So now let's reduce it. So you'll be seeing that the spring could be going down. It is going down. The spring is doing what? It's reducing. Are you seeing that the spring is reducing? The spring is reducing. That is it. So when you keep increasing it, when it's time for increasing it, this has to go down. So when you keep increasing it, when you keep when you keep increasing it, it will be going. Are you saying it? So when your stitch is loosed, this is what you need to do. I just open it like this. I loosen this knot. When you loosen the knot of the stitch controller, you raise the head up or you put the head down. Then you take it clockwise. You know, when you're going clockwise with the head, with the stitch control, you are taking it like you're reducing the stitch. Like if it was in 2, it's going to be in 1. Then if you're taking it anti-clockwise, you are increasing the stitch. You get? You're increasing the stitch size. So what I do, like I said, is when I take it down, then I do what? I start taking it clockwise. When you're taking it clockwise, you're going to find out that the spring is opening, like it's increasing in size. Okay, when it gets to the point that you want, you just have to do it very well so that it can go further. You can get the most tiniest stitch if you want the most tiniest stitch. This is just the best way to do it. So make sure you take this top stitching handle down while you are tightening your stitch controller. Do you get? So that's just it. When you now get, like, let's say you've turned the stitch controller and the spring is now open, just tighten it. Okay, when you tighten the spring, when you tighten the controller, the stitch controller, if you tighten the stitch controller, then you can now sew and see if that stitch is okay for that stitch number that you want. That's just how you do it. Okay, if it is not okay, you loosen the stitch controller and do the same thing again. So now let's sew a number 3 stitch and number 2 stitch so you can see how tight the stitch has become. Number 3. So this is it. This is the longest stitch of number 3. Is it? The longest stitch of number 3. So you can also go back to your number 2 if you want to. You are number 2, right? Number 2. So let's do number 2 stitch. Thank you for stopping by. See you in my next video. Bye bye.